Okay, folks, well, it is supper time here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. We are just about 10 minutes below where we're staying near Carowinds, and we knew there was a Sonny's BBQ close by, so that's why we're here. We drove about the 10 miles down to Rock Hill, and we've eaten at this one once before. Now, this is, I don't want to speak for you, but as far as barbecue chains go, this is my favorite. I love Sonny's.
They're good.
We don't have one near our house. The closest one's an hour and a half away, probably in Concord. It's just great to be able to finally go to one again. We usually stop on the way to Florida. You've seen a couple of reviews from the one in Commerce, Georgia. So we knew there was one in Rock Hill. Just decided we was going to make the trip down here today to eat at Sonny's BBQ. I love their garlic bread here. I love everything they got here. Well, I haven't had everything, but everything I've had I like.
Everything we've tried has been delicious.
So we're going to go in here to Sonny's and check this one out, so go with us. Now, Sonny's has redneck egg rolls. I'm not sure what all those are, but I want to tell you where it's located. It's located right here off of exit 82C. That's Interstate 77. And honestly, it was a hard choice because right through those trees is a Steak and Shake. And we also love Steak and Shake. Actually, this exit features a lot of things. Sonny's is right here, and it is right next to IHOP. Home Depot's right behind it, and you got a Freddy's custard steak burger across the street. So right off this exit, there's kind of an abundance of places that we really enjoy, especially Sonny's and Steak and Shake. Those would be, if I lived right here, I'd probably be at one of these every single week.
I said this would be a frequent exit for us.
Yes, I believe it would. We don't live in Rock Hill, don't live near Rock Hill, but if we did, guess what? Well, I think we'd be happy as far as places to dine. Sonny's offers catering, so I don't remember that at some of the others. I'm not saying they don't, I just now noticing that. So we're going to go on here. It's been a long time since we've eaten at this location. I think we did it once on our way down to a cruise in Florida, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So here are their hours, Sunday through Thursday, 10:45 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 10:45 to 9 p.m. So that's basically every day but Monday, 10:45 to 9 p.m. So let's head on in. Now, I don't know if I've ever, I knew they had banana pudding. I don't know if I've ever noticed the cinnamon sugar donut holes. Have you ever?
It says new, so no, I haven't noticed it either.
So here's the story. Sonny's was actually started in Florida. I want to say maybe around Gainesville area. I know right now its home office is in Maitland, Florida.
Yeah, it says the first one was opened.
Does it say Gainesville? Okay, I wasn't reading it.
Road
in Gainesville, Florida. Okay. Now, being a Tennessee Volunteer fan, I don't have a lot of good things to say about Gainesville. That's where the University of Florida is at, but we've actually stayed in Gainesville a few times, and some nice places to visit there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a pan of the restaurant because it's mostly empty right now. It's about 3 o'clock. So there's one couple sitting behind us, but nobody in front of us, so that's good. So let's go over that menu here. I'm going to go over it really quickly. And they got pretty much the typical things any barbecue place is going to have. The pulled pork, the smoked chicken, turkey, beef brisket, ribs. And flip it over. I should have started with the appetizers first. I do apologize. So the Sonny's chain originated the year before I was born, in 1968. I came along in 69, so what made us great in 68 is what makes us the best today. Sonny's also features 4 types of barbecue sauce. They've got the sweet, which is Shaughnessy's favorite. They've got the smoking, which is my favorite. They have the mustard, which is just as typical, that's South Carolina style. And then the original, which is good, and the sizzling, which I usually put a few drops of that in just to add a little bit of intensity. So Shaughnessy is going to quit scrolling Facebook and demonstrate the sauces to us. I don't know if that's what she's doing or not. I figured. So here we have original. That is a tomato-based sauce, just like God intended barbecue sauces to be.
It's a classic Southern. We'll do this one last.
So
This is smoking.
Yeah,
You can barely read it.
That's the one I like. Yeah, you can barely read that. That's the one I like. That's just a full flavored sauce, but it's not really hot.
This one is sizzling.
You got to add a little bit of that if you want some heat.
A little bit of heat. And then this one here is the best one in my opinion.
I was just telling them that over there. You weren't standing there. I said that's the one Shaughnessy likes.
Yes, the sweet is my favorite.
Yeah, I can eat it. I'm not big on a sauce that's molasses or honey or brown sugar, but I can certainly eat it.
So this one says zesty classic. See, I can't read
Any of
what
them's better.
the
Any of
others-
them's better than vinegar, right?
Yeah. Even I don't even like the mustard-based ones.
So I apologize to all of our Eastern North Carolina viewers, but y'all are getting shortchanged.
Yeah, to me, it's like this.
Now the mustard, that's South Carolina. I can handle that.
I'm not a wild fan of it.
I'm not a wild fan, but once in a while I don't mind it. Now, the one that surprised me was the mayonnaise-based Alabama white sauce. I actually thought that's pretty good.
I don't know that my youngest sister really likes it.
I'd never tried it until they invited us up Christmas before last for barbecue.
Yeah.
And Brad had some of it. And I tried it. I thought it was actually pretty good.
I think we might have some at home.
We do. I went and bought
I need to try it.
Yeah, just for something different. The mayonnaise sauce is not bad, but yeah, any of them's better than vinegar based.
Yeah.
So.
I'll just go and sit down here because I know I'll be.
All right. Okay, so tell us what you got. Did you get your usual today? I wasn't listening actually when you ordered.
I guess it would be my usual. I've gotten it several times, but I do like to try different things every now and then. But it's the smoked turkey sandwich. Usually comes on a bun, but I asked for the garlic bread because the garlic bread's just better. And I've never been asked before if I wanted lettuce, tomato, and onion on it. And my actually said, well, is it a warm sandwich? Because other places it is. And she said, yeah. So I said, well, lettuce and tomato would be fine. I didn't get onion on it. And then
Even if I liked onions, I can't imagine onions on a turkey sandwich.
I can't either. But and then for my side, and it's not listed as a side, but they have it for an appetizer, the okra. So I did ask for that, and they will make it into a side. I think there is a small upcharge.
Yeah, and you were debating on the brisket grilled cheese, but we were talking
Yeah.
about it, and you didn't really care for it the one time you got
The
it.
one time I got it, and I didn't care for it. It could have just been a day that it just wasn't good, but
That was the Commerce, Georgia location, wasn't it?
yeah. But maybe I'll try it again some other time.
That's actually the location we eat at the most.
It is,
We have
yeah.
eaten at the one down in Concord across from the mall a couple times. This one twice. Probably the first time in 10 plus years
A
here.
long time, yeah.
Yeah. So I got the chopped beef brisket sandwich. Now, I got it on garlic bread, but you have to tell them that, otherwise you'll get it on a bun.
Yeah.
You do not. I'm not saying the buns are bad. I'm just saying the garlic bread's that good that you really want to make sure you don't leave here without eating garlic bread. They have the option of chopped or sliced. The chopped is more marbled. So that's the way it's listed on the menu. And you can get a regular or a large. I did get the large. We're eating pretty early in the day. Probably going to go back to Carowinds tonight and walk around a lot. So didn't want to have to get anything else to eat in Carowinds. So I got coleslaw as my side. And you can, if you get a sandwich, you can what they call make it a big deal. For $4, you get the side and your drink is included.
Yeah.
And for unlimited drinks, some places charge you $3.99 for a drink.
Yeah.
These are big cups.
So yeah,
So
it's a big deal.
I decided to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
So. All right. So here's mine. This is the chopped beef brisket sandwich and bowl of that coleslaw actually looks good.
They gave me a big amount.
Yeah, they did.
And they gave me a big amount of okra too, which I've already tried one and it's very good.
The okra's good.
Fresh too.
right.
And then there's my smoked turkey for my turkey sandwich.
Okay,
on
so-
the garlic bread.
All right. So we know the okra's good. You want to bite into that turkey sandwich?
Nice toasted garlic bread.
Do you usually get that with lettuce? Struggling there a little bit. Okay.
And everything.
Good?
Very good,
Awesome.
yes.
Okay, now, I have already eaten the top piece of the garlic bread. I don't eat it as a sandwich. I order it as a sandwich to get the 2 pieces of garlic bread, because I can't remember if the meal comes with 1 or 2. But another reason I do that Just because, hint, hint, the bottom piece of garlic bread is better than the top because the meat's been sitting on it and the flavor of the meat gets down into the bread. So I actually don't eat it as a sandwich. And that's still a really good portion of brisket there. So if I'm really hungry, I'll get the brisket meal. It's a little more expensive, but you do get 2 sides. I didn't really want 2 sides today, so I wanted the 2 pieces of garlic bread and just 1 side. So that's why I made that a big deal. So this is the smoking sauce. Yeah, get plenty of good barbecue sauce on there. And add a little bit of the sizzling to it to give it some heat. And that sizzling's not very hot, but anyway. The beef brisket, that piece there felt a little bit harder than normal. It's a little drier than normal. I'm gonna try a few more. Normally they're right on it. That was better. When it's chunked like that, you can get some dry, harder ones, and you can get some really soft, tender ones. So I had 1 of each. So I'll let you know how it goes afterwards.
All right, so we got our receipt here. There's beef brisket sandwich, the big deal, $16.99. My smoked turkey sandwich, big deal. I knew my okra would be an upgrade because it's not on the side, but yeah, everything looks good.
Okay. Just finished up here at Sonny's Barbecue in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Now, once you get into South Carolina and go south towards Georgia and Florida, there's Sonny's locations pretty much everywhere, all over the place. There's only, that I know of, 2 in North Carolina. Maybe 3. I only know of 2. The one in Charlotte just shut down a while back. So I know that leaves Concord and I think Mooresville. I don't know of any others. So they're pretty prevalent going down the closer you get to Florida. I think Kentucky has some. So we're always glad to find one. I wish we had one close to home, but we don't. So decided to come down here today to Rock Hill and try this one again. So let you start off, tell what you had and what you thought of everything.
So I got the smoked turkey sandwich. I did have them put it on garlic bread, which makes it like 100 times better. She asked me if I wanted lettuce, tomato, and onion. I said lettuce and tomato. So that was actually really good on that. But the barbecue sauce on, I used the sweet kind. It was really good. The okra for my
What's
side.
sweeter, me or the barbecue sauce?
Oh, you're always the sweetest.
Go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I don't remember what I was saying. The okra. So you can get that as an appetizer, but you can make it into a side for an upgrade or an upcharge. So it was really good. I mean, they must have made it fresh because it was really hot at first. So, and then if you get the ranch dressing with it, it's really good. And they must make it like homemade because it almost has, I don't know if it's sweet, but whatever, it's just really good with that okra. Meal was really good. The lady that took care of us, her name was Priscilla. She did an excellent job. Very nice lady. Had a good meal, good time. So
the biggest question I want to ask you now is that Bucky shirt. Where'd you get that? Okay, since George, I couldn't see that on the screen here. She has a Bucky shirt from like 84 different Bucky's locations. So
I would like to get one from every location. We were actually at the one in South Carolina because I don't have one that actually says
Florence.
South Carolina, and I didn't really see one that I was like, oh yeah, I want that. I'm willing to pay the money for that one. So yeah. I'll keep checking in case they do another one. But I also have another one. It's bright yellow, same design except it says Florida, and it's got like maybe pink and turquoise, but the background this part's yellow. So
I could see Bucky's on the screen. I didn't actually know which one that was, but anyway, yeah. So today I got the I always get 1 of 2 things. I either get the chopped brisket sandwich or I get the chopped brisket meal. Usually once in a while I'll maybe get a rib combo, but I've kind of settled on the brisket. It's always good. The first bite of brisket I took today was a little bit dry and hard, but that was not indicative of the rest of it. I did get a few more like that, but for the most part they were much more tender and and well marbled like it's advertised when you get chopped. I only wanted 1 side today. We just ate at Carowinds not a couple hours ago, so we were actually going to eat a little later and stay at Carowinds a little longer today, but problems there with about 6 rides being shut down, and there was a bottleneck on the rides that were open. Everything was,
there were so many people
so we left
there.
and we're going to try it again tonight. So
yeah.
we come on down here a little bit earlier than what we actually intended to eat supper. So I didn't want the 2 sides and all that. So I just got the sandwich. I always take the garlic bread off my sandwich, and there's still an adequate portion of meat. So I like the bottom piece of garlic bread better because the meat juice is kind of soaked down into it a little bit. And it has just a lot more flavor. But yeah, our server today was Priscilla. Really nice lady. Took very good care of us. She was kind of funny. She come out at one point and says, "Sir, did they give you enough brisket on that sandwich?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, they sure did." She goes, "They sure better have." That's what she said. I don't know if you were sitting there or not.
I was, yeah.
And she goes, "They sure better have." So she was like, she was going to let them know it if they hadn't. So yeah, the portions were adequate. The slaw was good. There's a bigger portion of slaw than I remember getting at the other locations. But overall, really enjoyed it. I'm just a fan of Sonny's Barbecue. As far as a chain, now we've eaten a lot of, independently owned barbecue places that are really good. But if you have to have a chain barbecue place, Sonny's is it. Sonny's was started by Sonny Tillman in 1968. It's been around for 56 years now, and they do it right. 99% of the time I've ever been to a Sonny's, I left with a positive experience. So anyway, that's our review of today. So if you like this video, like and subscribe.
And find and follow us on Facebook.
And have a wonderful and blessed day.